What's up everybody, Rogue here, and we're back for another weekly challenge called a Red Sea. This one has you destroying Spartan Pentaconters, Spartan soldiers, and Spartan Triremes. Now, first thing I want to point out here is that right before I recorded this, I actually went and I turned the nation power of some of these over to Spartan. So at Macedonia, Abantus Islands, and Corinthia, okay? So as you can see, all these nations right here are Spartan controlled. Okay, the reason why I did this is because it's gonna make these seas right here have Spartan ships in them, and these seas right here have Spartan ships in them, okay? So rather than just go around and sail around wherever, there's some other islands down here with Spartan. So rather than sail around wherever and try to find these ships, by turning the nation power over, we're guaranteeing that there's going to be Spartan ships in these waters right here, okay? We're not going to go find them, we're going to create them. So the 30 Spartan soldiers, well, the 19 out of 30 that you see there, I actually picked those 19 soldiers off doing the quest battles for those nations. So doing quest battles is another way of getting your soldier kills in if you want to take a look at that. But here we are in Phokis, and we're going to sail off to the left here. And because we turned the nations over to Spartan, that's going to guarantee us that there's going to be Spartan ships in these waters, like I said. All of the nations right here have red borders. So we're not going to find any Athenian ships here. They're going to be Spartan ships, guaranteed, and the Athenians won't be getting in our way. Okay. So here we go. Here's our first little cluster of ships. We're going for Pentaconters, the smaller ones, and Triremes, which are usually bigger ships. Let's take a look. There's a light Trireme and the Pentaconter, and then there's also a Bireme in there. Make sure that you don't go after Biremes if they're all by themselves, but we're gonna make sure we're taking out Pentaconters and Triremes. So here we go, guys. We're gonna do, kind of pull a William Wallace here and do the last thing that they expect. Full-on frontal assault. Okay?
Watch out! They are trying to hit us! Speeding up for a hit, Commander! I need action! Well, we got out of that alive.
Okay, guys, so here we are on the other side of Phokis. We're at Macedonia, and we're going to take a look at the map. So we turned Macedonia over to Spartan, and these waters right here, there's actually going to be some pirates there and right there is one thing you have to take into consideration, is that there are going to be pirates right here, but there's also going to be Spartan ships. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of take this path. You see there's Spartan here and Spartan there. We're going to kind of take this path and we're going to work our way down this way until we come up upon these islands. Okay? And this is where you're going to see why turning those nations over to Spartan control is so crucial if you want to do this quickly. Okay? Otherwise, you're going to be sailing around the map, and it's going to be hit and miss. Where's the ships? Where's the ships? And you're going to waste a whole bunch of time, okay? I don't want you to do that. What I want you to do when you start this quest, I want you to take a look at your map and look at the upper portion and see if there's any nations that are under Athenian control. Go in there, lower the nation power, kill the leader, whatever you got to do, and then go for the conquest battle and bring that nation to Spartan control. Now, if you go into the conquest battles and you're using a big ol' axe like I usually do and you're just chopping everybody down, you should get some Spartan soldier kills too, even if you are fighting for the Spartans, because they're going to get in the way. There's a whole ton of them, and you're going to end up racking up some soldier kills in the conquest battles as well. So that's something to consider. Like I said, I turned Macedonia, Abantus Islands, and the nation of Corinth over to Spartan control. And look, we got a full sea of Spartan ships to choose from. Sorry. So here we go. We're going to pick on this heavy trireme, and then we're going to turn around and go for those other ships we saw. And we're going to be knocking these guys out, okay, guys? By the way, when you're this close to a ship, you don't really have to aim your spears. Just as another tip, just press the button and let them fly. I mean, it's not like that you're going to miss when you're that close. It's just a way of doing damage faster. Okay, now one thing I'm also going to do here is I'm going to leave that ship right there. I'm not going to sink him just yet, because if I sink him right now, I might lose the opportunity to gain back some health if I need it. So while we're fighting these ships, if these guys start to get the whoop on me, I can always go back and cleave that trireme and pick up some health, or sink it and pick up some health, or board it. I have a couple of lieutenants on my ship that are giving me the ability to collect health every time I sink a ship and collect health every time I cleave a ship. And so if those are some abilities that your lieutenants have, you might want to consider leaving one of the ships just sitting. You can always board it and gain health that way too, but the lieutenant abilities that give you health back for sinking and cleaving ships, those are some really, really awesome abilities to have when you're doing these naval battles. Trust me, guys, it helps out a lot, and you're going to see why throughout this video. But here he is. We'll just take him down now. I didn't actually end up needing this particular ship for that, but it could have happened. So here we go. We're down to 4 out of 15 and 4 out of 10. So we took out all the ships that were in the sea to the west of Phokis. Now we're over here to the south of Macedonia, and we're already making some pretty good headway, and we haven't even started our trek down towards Athens yet. So like I said, keep in mind there are going to be some pirates in the area. If they get in your way, just take them down. But if you can avoid them, avoid them. Like I said, this is the fastest way to take these guys down. So, taking a look at the map again real quick, here we are. There's some Spartan ships over here. We'll go take them out. There's some Spartan ships all along right here. Okay, this is just some areas where you can, and then I'm gonna make my way down here. Okay, but these are just some general search areas. Okay, guys, around Spartan territory, nations that have red borders. Okay, so I took those ships out, and now I'm on over here. We're still by Macedonia. Now here's another quick trick. You've got some Spartan ships that are going in two different directions, okay? So what I just did was I fired at that one and got him into the battle. And he's going to chase me. And I'm going to go over here and get this one into the battle too. Because if I just went for one of them, then the other one would have sailed off and I would have lost a kill. Does that make sense? So what you just seen me do was keep that other ship behind me in the battle by firing at him first and then engaging this one, okay? And you're gonna see me do that again here in just a second. Okay, so there's two more triremes right there. Now you can see a little squadron of 4 Pentaconters off in the distance. We're going to use the same trick that we just used. I'm going to fire at these first two, and then I'm going to keep going and fire at the second two. That way I keep all these ships contained in the battle, and I can get 4 more Pentaconter kills right here. Also, another thing to note, I'm sure by now you've noticed that your notoriety goes up pretty far. I've already got 1 helmet. The thing is, don't be afraid to use your funds to just clear those off, guys. Because if you're sinking these ships as fast as I am, you're going to be collecting enough money to pay those bounties off anyway. You'll probably come out of this with more money than you had when you started. So don't be afraid to use your money to keep those mercenaries off your back. Because, like I said, there's plenty of loot. As you just seen, I just picked up 824 drachmae off of 1 Pentaconter. So the bigger ships are going to yield you better rewards, obviously. And there you go. I mean, all of the... Right now, we're next to the Abantus Islands. Like I said before, I changed that nation over to Spartan control. Now, if I hadn't changed that nation over, these boats might not be here. So you're starting to probably see how crucial that is to make sure that wherever you go searching for ships is surrounded by red borders on the land. If there's red borders, there's red boats. If there's blue borders, there's blue boats. Sorry, it's pretty easy. Whoever controls the land controls the sea near that land. Does that make sense? Okay, everybody, so after stopping at some land real fast and turning the nighttime to day, we are looking at our final 2 Chiremis, and we are near the lower portion of Abantus Islands, and we're coming up on Attica, which is the nation where the city of Athens is. Okay, so we just took out that Chiremi, and then we got this big one off in the distance there. We're gonna chase him down, and then it's down to 2 Pentaconters, guys. Okay, simple stuff. And then we'll be, once we finish the Pentaconters off, and we'll be down to just Spartan soldiers. Spartan soldiers should be pretty easy for you if you've been playing the game for a while. I did mention doing conquest battles. That'll get some kill count for Spartan soldiers. Also forts, leader houses, anywhere with a military presence inside a Spartan controlled zone will get you, you know, just go in and raid a fort, you know, to loot their nation treasure, you know, get yourself some supplies from their war supply crates. I mean, you know, you could probably use some leather and other crafting materials anyway. Raid a fort, go in for a leader, just whatever you want to do to get those Spartan soldier kill count in. Those are pretty much your best options. Also quarries. Quarries in Spartan controlled zones usually have soldiers in them too. You can hit those up. So we took out our final Chiremi, and right now we are actually sailing right next to Attica. The city of Athens is up over those rocks on the left there. Now, this is where the borders and the control of territories comes into play, guys. Attica and Athens, that's a big nation. I mean, it's huge. So this is why changing the nation power over to Spartan in those, that's a Briremi right there, so we're just going to avoid it. But anyway, changing the power over to Spartan on those nations was crucial, because as you can see, we're approaching one of the biggest nations controlled by Athens. And you're going to notice here in just a second that there's a bunch of Athenian boats down here. So guess what? You know, this is going to be a no-go. You know, you're probably going to waste a lot of time selling these waters trying to find Spartan boats, because the Athenians have reign around here. Okay? So you see, the further I go this way, the more Athenian ships I find. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle back around this island, back to where I took out that first Chiremi on my way back towards the Abantus Islands. And we're going to try our luck there. Okay, so here we are. We're heading back towards Abantus Islands. I think that's them on the right there. And we've got one little Pentaconter sitting right here for us to take out. So we're there, and like I said, all you got to do now, check out some forts. You see, there's more Spartan ships up there. I can't stress turning the nation power over to Spartan enough, guys. That's going to put Spartan ships in the waters near the nations controlled by Spartans. Pretty simple stuff, but it's crucial if you want to get this done fast. And like I said about the soldiers, forts, leader houses, quarries, however you want to pursue the Spartan soldiers, conquest battles, whatever, that's up to you. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and this helped you out. Leave a like and a comment for us in the comment section below. And Ion Rogue out.